Hi, it's Sarah Janes here and welcome to my fitness and wellness channel. So today we're going to be moving through some intermediate mat work, Pilates exercises. And so this will be strengthening your whole body and we'll be working on some really strong exercises. So if you need to leave anything out, feel free to rest and wait for the next exercise. So let's get going. So now we're going to start exercising. So grab your mat, have a seat. And let's just start by setting up the body. So bring the arms down to the side of the legs, back of the legs preferably, and just reach up through the top of the head and pull your spine up nice and tall. Once you're really tall, all I want you to do is practice drawing the ribs back and just letting the tailbone just run slightly under you a little bit. So you're kind of creating a nice little C shape. Yeah, so an elongated C. And then step back up. And again, so the eyes come down and the chin nods and the ribs come back, tailbone under, and then step back up. And then we're going to take one more little C curve and hold it. And then just draw the lower abdominals up. So pull the pubic bone up the front of the body, relax the shoulders down and keep the collarbones wide. And then step back up. Okay, now we're going to come down onto the mat, so we're going to roll down and we're going to start with the feet underneath the backs of the knees and let the arms come nice and long down the side of the waist. Press the arms into the mat and then we're going to just let the hips come up, and as we push the hips up, try and keep the thighs reaching forwards. And now reach the sit bones to the backs of the knees and then roll down through the spine. So we're going to articulate bone by bone as we come down, and then we're going to keep the arms pressing into the mat as we lift the hips up and then roll through the spine, come down. We're going to do one more. We're going to take an in breath, let the collarbone stay wide, keep the neck long, draw the tummy in, and then exhale, slowly come through the spine. And as your hips come down now, bring the knees into your chest. As the knees come into the chest, bring the head up. We're going to go for the 100. So we're going to keep the head forwards, eyes down, squeeze the legs forwards, reach the arms and pump those arms in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 4, 5. Keep monitoring that lower stomach as you're breathing through the nose for 5 counts and exhaling through the nose for 5 counts. If you need to, yes, you can keep the hands behind the thighs and support the weight of your head here. But for the purpose of the intermediate level, you really want to be holding this position for 10 breaths. And then reach those heels away if you can, keeping the lower stomach really pulled up the front of the body. And those ribs are down. When you've done your 10 breaths, hold the arms still, bend the knees in and lower the head, neck and shoulders. Press your feet down and slide the legs away. So reach your arms back, center your rib cage, squeeze down into the legs, flex the ankles and bring your head up, head over sternum, sternum over bottom rib, exhale over the top of the legs and exhale all the air out. Inhale, tip the pelvis back, press your heels away and roll down. As the arms come back, the ribs stay heavy and curl up. So I always think about when you're rolling up, you're actually thinking about peeling the spine up, and then as you come back you're trying to allow the waist to pull away from the heels so you get nice and spacious in the lower back. Let's do 2 more. So we're going to curl up and forwards, exhale and inhale, come back, and one more. We're going to bring the arms up, bring the head up, chin to chest, reach through the crown of the head, push through your heels and get a nice stretch through that 2 directions, and then slowly come down, nice and slowly, reaching out from the waist. Now we bring the right knee into the chest, so draw the knee in and stretch the leg up, and just give me a couple of hamstring preps here. extending at the knee, and then hold the leg straight up. Try and keep the leg reaching up and press your arms down. Holding this leg nice and strongly, we're going to cross that right leg across the center, circle for 1, across, this is your single leg circle, across, round, up, 2 more, and 1, and circle. Now reverse it, so go round the other way, across the body to come back up, out, around, across and up, out, around, across and up, and we'll go for 1 more, and now hold the leg up, and if you can do this, pull the tummy in and scissor change the legs. Now we're going to hold the back of this left leg, keep the leg actively pushing into the hands as you extend and flex the knee. Now extend it, lengthen out through the back of the neck, reach down into the arms, come across the body to circle 1, across to circle 2, 3, and up, 4, and 5. Come all the way up and hold and reverse it. We go around, the leg comes across. Now you can modify the size of the circles to suit your body. Okay, so the sort of, you might want to rein the size of the circle in a little bit more if you need to, and then lower the heel down. Take the arms up, let's peel up slowly, coming up through the middle of the spine, and then keep the head forwards, chin to chest, breathe out, let the arms keep reaching forwards, stack up. Next we have the rolling like a ball. So you're going to bring your hips forwards, hold the front of your shins, draw the tummy in and just tip the pelvis back, lift your feet. Eyes down, toes down, and roll, lift up through the hips, exhale up, and pause. So this balance is really good because you're going to feel a bit wobbly at first, but I want you to pause and just try and keep that tail under you a little bit, and the shoulders are over the hips. Breathing in, lift the hips, come up. It's really important that you don't allow your head to toss back, so you keep your eyes down all the way. Place your feet down now and slide your hips back, roll down. And just again, make sure that your body's in the center, knees into the chest, hands onto the shins, and then curl the head, neck and shoulders forwards, and we stretch out with the right leg and switch. And as your hands come down to the shin, you're just mirroring as the legs come in. Good, and then keep that length through the lower back, and monitor your inner thighs and ankles. Make sure they stay on the midline as they go out. Next, we're going to bring the knees in and let the shoulders and the head come down. Send the tailbone long, so we're really trying to elongate the spine all the way through. Then bring the neck, head, neck and shoulders up. Stretch the arms away from the center. This is your double leg stretch. Reach the arms forwards, bend the knees in. So arms and legs reach away, stomach and ribs are in. Circle the arms and in with the knees. Breathing in and breathing out. And squeeze those heels as you go out. Squeeze the heels as you come in. 2 more. And we're going to go for 1, then we're going to rest the head and shoulders down. Have a breather, just let the shoulders and the head come down. Take a breath, and then extend the knees and reach the feet to the ceiling. The legs now are parallel. Reach the arms up, and then as your shoulders stay down, bring your head forwards. Reach up and grab the right calf. Press the leg forwards into the hands as you reach the left leg away. Squeeze it down into the stomach, and then keep the ribs down as well as you switch legs. So we're reaching up with the leg and we switch. You can even add a little pull just to get a little bit more of a stretch there. But make sure that you're pulling up the tummy and using the back of the leg as well. And switch. And switch. Good. And then bring both legs up and rest. Draw the knees into the chest. Okay, so next is the double straight leg stretch. So we're going to bring the hands one on top of the other behind the back of the head. I have a ponytail in the way, so I'm just going to shift it down a little bit. Now from here, curl forwards with the shoulders, reach up with the legs and squeeze both heels together. Now try and anchor the back of the waist on the mat. Reach from underneath the back of the legs and reach those legs away. Squeeze the tummy in and up and then kick the legs back up. So reach out, squeeze under the legs, wrap under the seat and lift up and reach out and come up. This is really challenging. It's going to want to pull your pelvis forwards, but you're trying to balance with a lift of the stomach and a reach out from the back of the hips. Good. Now bend the knees in and rest. Let the elbows come wide. Take a breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale on the next breath, curl forwards. Keep the knees bent this time. We're going to cross the right elbow towards the left knee and extend the right leg and look at your back elbow. So this is called the crisscross. And I want you to keep the shoulders airborne and move through the rib cage. So we've got to stay forwards as we twist. So breathe in, breathe out, twist, and breathe in and breathe out, twist. We're going to go for one more. Breathe in and breathe out, twist. Breathe in and breathe out, twist. Bring the knees in, keep the head forwards, and then just press the legs away. Okay, so now stretch the legs forwards, lift the arms forwards, lift up through the waist, lower the chin to the chest, breathing out, round forwards. Now keep restraining the lower stomach. So reach the palms down, pull the stomach up, and then slowly bring those arms back in. Slide your heel of hands in towards you. And again, so we breathe out, we exhale all the air out. We bring the palms down, pull the toes up, and squeeze your seat. Inhale, come up. And again, exhale forwards, all the air comes out. Inhale, come back up. Next, we slide the hips forwards. We bring the elbows inside of the knees, and we start by just preparing, pushing the legs away. So we extend the knee, alternating. And I'm just trying to keep my weight back a little bit off the back of my hips so I can feel really centered as my legs extend and bend. Okay, when you feel confident with that, you can press the legs forwards and push forwards with the legs until the hands and the legs feel like they're push and pulling. Eyes down, ribs in. We're going to add a roll. Come back up, keep the chest up, balance, and lower the chin, roll back, lift the hips, keep pushing through the legs to come up and roll back. And roll up, keep the chest pulled up, rib cage back. We're going to go for one more. Roll back, hips up, back up, lift the chest. Now we're going to bring the heels together. So you remember the teaser. So think of the teaser legs. They're about 45 degrees from the torso. We're going to reach those arms up. We're going to keep the eyes slightly forwards, but you're going to curl from the lower waist all the way down. Reach the arms forwards. Shoulders down. Now we bring the legs above the hips, keeping the arms down. Keep the heels together. We're going to circle the legs off to the right, almost up to the right shoulder. We go down on the right. We reach those teaser legs away. We lengthen the legs to the left, up on the left to the left shoulder, back to center. Now my arms don't stop working. I'm pressing the arms into the mat to help really stabilize my shoulders and ribs. So when I work, I'm really working from my waist and stomach and circle. So I alternate right to left and I go left to right, and this is called the corkscrew. And I'm just going to keep my hips down and go through my range of movement. So now I go left to right. Let's go one more. Now we can peel up a few vertebrae and come round on the right, come up on the left, back to center, and we can peel up just the lower vertebra and come round on the left, up on the right, back to center. Hug the knees in, give the knees a hug, and then roll yourself up. Take the legs wide now. So we're going to do an exercise called the saw. Keep those legs pushing down, stomach in, reach the arms wide. Now the rotation again comes from the waist, so keep the legs still. You don't want your legs to roll in like this when you move, yeah? Because we want to keep this tailbone and the hips down. Twist all the way around from the ribs. Exhale over the top of the opposite leg. So my pinky finger is lining up with my pinky toe. And I'm going to saw 3 little slides to that pinky toe. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to center. And I'm going to twist. Exhale over the top, saw off the baby toe, 3 little slides. And my weight across my hips doesn't change. So as I twist to the right, my left hip stays down. And as I saw off the baby toe, I'm really trying to connect down into that left side as well. Come up, twist all the way round, and then keep that weight down into the opposite hip, sawing off the baby toe, and lift up. Take the legs together now, and we're going to take a roll down through the spine, all the way down to the mat, and we're going to turn over now. And the next one, the next exercise we're going to do is the swan. So for the swan, keep your elbows down and keep your hands either just in front of you or a little bit higher. And we're just going to keep the legs reaching back, retract the neck, and we're going to lift the chest up. Now I'm going to add a neck roll to this. So you're going to keep the chest lifted forwards, keep the legs actively pressing back, and we're just going to squeeze that rib cage. So I'm anchored the shoulders, look over the right shoulder, circle the chin across the collarbones, the right and left collarbone, looking over the left shoulder, and then look center, and then reverse it. So look over the left shoulder, circle across the collarbones to the right, back to center, and then lower the chest. Put your hands under your shoulders, push up, and just sit back into your heels into a rest back position. Then we're going to come back into that position. So this time we're going to bring the hands a little bit further towards the shoulders. Now keeping the legs active, squeeze that rib cage, retract the neck, and we're just going to peek the chest up and come forwards. And again, keeping the hips forwards and the ribs in, lift up through the chest and come forwards, and draw the shoulders down to lift your chest up and come forwards. And then put your elbows down onto the mat again, okay? This time we're going to make 2 fists and bring the knuckles towards each other, keeping the elbows wide, collarbones wide. We're going to kick the right heel into the seat, and then kick left, keeping the weight pulling forwards. So we're not thinking about hiking up from the back. We're trying to get that lift up the front to keep us supported. And kick. Both hips nice and strong on both sides, and kick. Now just pull your tummy up a little bit more. See if you can keep those hips forwards as you kick. Feel the difference when you really scoot that lower stomach in. Now lower your chest, and then just bring your head to one side. Bring your arms now round to the back with the elbows lifted. Reach the hands up as far as you can, and then lower the elbows down. Once you're here, keeping the knees and legs together, press your hips forwards and do 3 little snap kicks here. Once the heels go back, draw the shoulders and arms down, bring yourself into a square position with the face, and then draw the ribs in and lengthen the arms up and the chest forwards. Pull the chest plate forwards, come down, and then you're going to turn the head the other way and bring your arms back to that start position. We go kick. Press back, send the arms down, lift up, keep the tummy pulled up, keep the legs strong, lower down, kick, and reach. Arms go back, lift the chest, lower down, kick, and reach back and stretch. Good, roll the shoulders down onto your back, pull the ribs in, and send the chest forwards. Relax everything and just push up and sit back. Scoop your belly in and sit back into your heels. Okay, now we're going to go for another exercise where we're rolling. So I have a foot strap here, but for the purpose of the workout, I'm going to not use the foot strap. I'm going to try and keep my feet really pushing into the floor with my hands behind my back. So try and get a nice strong anchor from the lower legs, the back of the thighs and the stomach and bottom. And then we're going to bring the head forwards, look into your center. Now keep reaching up through the top of the head. We're going to curl, keep the heels reaching, try and keep the elbows wide and come up and come over the legs. Once you're there, you're going to scoop the belly in, stack the spine up, lift up through the chest and waist, push back into the head, and then keep those legs reaching away and curl back down. So it's quite challenging. Now, if that's a bit too difficult now, you can hold the legs and you can work at holding the back of the legs as you come up. Then simply bring the hands back behind the head to roll forwards, stack up, keep those toes pulled up. Then you can bring your arms forwards and then continue your roll down through the spine with the hands supporting you. So you've got those two variations. Let's do two more. So peel up. Try not to throw yourself up. It's more of a peel. Exhale forwards. Inhale up. Keep lifting up. Keep that chest up. And then from the lower stomach, roll down. And go straight back up again. Over the top. Good. Keep the elbows wide. Push the head back into the hands. Pull the stomach in. Stack up tall. And then roll down. Push the head back into the hands. Roll down. Lovely. Well done. So now we're going to move on to a sideline position. So we move the body to the back edge of the mat. You're going to put your elbow up the mat and bring the legs in front of you. Keep this elbow here in front of your top hip, and we're going to swing that front leg to the front and to the back. Front, kick, kick, and back. Keep the eyes forwards. Kick, kick to the front, reach it back. My bottom leg is digging into the floor, so I'm not moving that bottom leg, I'm pushing down into it. And reach, and kick, kick. Reach. Now, with that top leg, send it that way and bring the heel over the arch of the bottom foot. Turn out the hip without swaying back. We go up, down, out and up, lower, up, down, and up. Next is our circles. So push out with the leg. Lengthen the leg forwards. Now reach it up, reach it back, bring the heels together. Front, lift, back, together. Front, lift, back, together. Try and keep that top hip forwards as the leg goes back. Now reverse it. We go back, we go up, we come forwards together. Back, up, forwards together. Lift. Try and really pull those ribs in as the leg circles. One more time. We go back, up, forwards, together. Okay, next we're going to go on to the other side. So we're going to bring the legs down the other way with your elbow up the mat. Remember the setup's in a straight line, and then you lift your legs to bring them forwards. That bottom foot stays down. Top leg reaches forwards, back. Forwards, back. We're going to double kick forwards. Double kick and reach. Double kick and reach. Keeping the eyes forwards and double kick, reach. Let's go for one more and reach. And then bring that heel over the arch. Again, keeping the hips stacked. We go up, down, lift, lower, lift. Lower. Really send the leg out to lift up and send that sit bone forwards. Two more and one. And we're going to go forwards now. Forwards, up, back, together. Forwards, up, back, together. Now all the while I'm trying to pull that lower stomach in so I don't sort of flare the ribs forwards or pull my pelvis forwards. And then reverse it. We're going to go back, up, forwards, together, back, up, forwards, together. Keep reaching out long with the front of that hip. And last one, we're going to go up, forwards, and come down. Brilliant. So sit yourself up. Yeah, hopefully you felt your hips starting to really work there. So we're going to go now into our teaser. So the teaser 1, we bring the knees into the chest. We make sure that the tailbone's down, but the stomach's pulled in. Bring the heels together and press your heels out as you lift your head up. Heels are level with the eyes. Now, from here, lift your arms and peel at the back of the ribs to the waist. And just keep pushing through the heels. Now keep the heels still as you roll the waist away from the heels to the shoulders, and then roll up again. Keep wrapping under those legs. The back of the legs feel like they're really supported. And then roll down, and then roll up. Now I'm going to lift my arms, and I'm going to lower the heels and lift 3 times, keeping the heels together, the back of the thighs active. Kick the legs up. Now I'm going to roll everything away. Curl back, keep the arms reaching back, keep the ribs heavy, squeeze under the legs and roll up, heels and head come up, arms go back, roll back. We've only got 1 more to do, and we're going to roll up, lift those legs, reach those arms, and then roll back, slowly away from the middle as you come down. Keep the legs down and give yourself a little roll up to seated. And we'll do the seal now as we come towards the end of the mat workout. So feet together. We're going to bring the elbows into the inner thighs, toes pulled up. Keep your eyes at your center and pull the pubic bone up the front of the body so you'll just tip back a little bit. So we're going to do the first roll where we just bring the hips over the shoulders and then bring the shoulders over the hips. Now if you can do that, that's great. Just practice pressing the feet together, pushing the hips up, keeping the head forwards, eyes down. Next we add a little hip opener. Yeah, stretching the hip. So 3 little claps and then roll back. Lift the hips and come up, and then add your little opening of the hips and then roll back. So you're not actually clapping your feet, you're opening up your hips. And then now we can hold at the top and see if we can clap, 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 and come up. 1, 2, 3. Roll back, lift the hips. 1, 2, 3. And come up. 1, 2, 3. And now that brings us to the end of the workout.